want to talk about.
Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, true chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more true chatter. Born every day, 100 new fake rappers.
Welcome to this edition of the A-Train Show, the A-Train Arlington Lane, back at it again here on this WWE Football Monday. Lord have mercy. Where to begin? I really hope everybody watched the Sunday night game between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans, because what that game showed to me, it showed to me that a certain team is not quite ready yet for greatness. And while another thing it shows me is that if you haven't known who Jake Bates is, you need to know who this guy is. Take a look.
Back in his hometown, he's got a 52-yarder for a come-from-behind win for the Agents. For 52 for the win. It is just good! Just inside the upright. Jake Bates, hometown hero. And the Lions have come all the way back. A remarkable victory, 19 unanswered points for the second time in this now.
That was demoralizing. For me as a Houston Texans fan, straight up demoralizing. Like, that was god awful. But somebody's going to come into the mix now. Get everything together. Hopefully. We'll see. You know, you hear the music, so you know what that means, man. You feel it. It's in the building. What's up, sir?
Let's go. What's happening? Sound good, man.
Good, man.
Sound good. Another day, man.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb. I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna say it. The Houston Texans are not ready for prime time. They're not ready. It just ain't it. This is not the time. It looked like.
I don't think that's the problem, though.
Oh, I know who the problem. I know who the problem is. There's a name. The name is the offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick. That's the problem. Because there is no way. CJ gets some blame for this game too. He gets some blame for this because there was no way. I don't know what they're doing together working with this. Like, sir, you had a 23-7 lead. You keep your foot on their necks. This is a game that just because you really needed this game, because the cushion would have been pushed to 4 games, because you beat up the Colts. The Colts have been swept. It don't even matter at this point if they win the division. It don't matter. It don't matter if they make the playoffs. You are not ready for prime time, and you showcased it. And as a matter of fact, for DeMeco Ryans, I'm sorry to even say this, you needed a loss like this. You needed to know what that feels like, where you think you got everything going and you lose the lead. It slowly diminished. You did nothing. Your offense, Bobby Slowick, did nothing in the second half. Absolutely nothing. There was no from the Texans in the second half. Nothing.
So the only loss the Texans had this year that was a blowout loss was against the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
I really can't. The reason why I'm having this issue with how the Texans lost last night was for two reasons. Bad play calling. Number one, they ran the ball for 2 of the 3 downs, first and second, and then tried to throw the ball on the 3rd down, knowing that they was finna rush. This is what Detroit does.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of understanding that by nucleus, they did not, and did this play 3 times in a row. They did the same thing. Every time they got the ball, they ran twice because they thought Mixon was gonna be able to get him through, and he didn't. They were pounding him. So, mind you, you at least you got to change up you got to change stuff up. And so the Houston Texans did not. I also blame CJ Stroud too, because there were a couple of passes that he threw that were either late, under, or he didn't even throw it to the wide open receiver who threw it under. He threw under to a slot receiver versus to the long distance receiver who literally is 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of the defender, and he missed those. And to me, those things were critical. Wide open passes to people in the end zone, and you blatantly throw under to receivers that's covered. It was just a mixture of bad play calling and bad play reading by CJ. So for me, I think they should have lost, only because of the simple fact that it gives the Texans a little bit more something to fight for, because the other losses they lost wasn't really, against Green Bay. What was it, 3-4 points? They didn't lose bad to Green Bay, and the other loss they had was against the Bears. That was at the beginning of the season, which was the first game.
It's the other one. This was the other one. Why are you running the ball on 3rd and 19?
I'm saying this has been the issue.
Who are you fooling?
Bad play calling. It was bad play calling, and it was bad play reading by CJ too. It was a combination of both.
Who are you fooling? You're not fooling anyone. You are playing yourself here. Like, you're trying to think that, if I run the ball, they're not thinking I'm going to run the ball. Dude, they waiting for you to run the ball, because guess what they mean? They wait for both sides at this point. So Detroit was ready. And I had to throw the clip of Jake Bates, because a lot of people do not know who Jake Bates is. Jake Bates is a UFL guy. He was in the United Football League this past year. That's why I'm saying he's having a hell of a year. Sir, I got a chance myself to see this dude kick a 64-yard field goal against my hometown Battlehawks. I saw that. So to sit there and see what this guy was able to do, that's why I picked him for my fantasy team, because I know what he's capable of. And the thing is, even the kicks that he had that went close between them uprights.
He had 2 of them. He had 2 of them, because I sure thought they was gonna hit. But I mean, that should have never been a comeback. You had a quarterback who throws 5 interceptions. We do not don't capitalize at all. You have a you have a play where your team can punch it right into the end zone, and you basically run 3 plays the same way and get stopped all 3 times. It was bad play calling. It was just bad play calling, bad play reading by CJ. I was really, really disappointed, because in the last few games that I've watched them play, CJ has been throwing these weird,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been
it's just
underthrowing. He's been missing his targets. Listen, and I
yeah,
know that
yeah,
Nico Collins was heated that he could not, that they had labeled him inactive for this game because he looked like he was
mm.
ready to go. But the
Oh yeah,
doctors, team doctors are saying that you're not ready to go, then you can't do it. You can't go.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I know he was heated by that because he would have been dominant in this game. And I think when you have a guy like that, because he for the first 5 games, he was leading the league in receiving. He was the guy. Got
Yeah.
hurt. It did demoralize. So there are benefiting factors or benefactors in this case for the Texans on why the record is what it is and why we have seen such a decline since they have done. You know what? If we've been honest, they really haven't done well on offense.
At all.
This
Offensive
whole
line
they've
sucks.
just been riding, getting
Yeah,
by.
yeah. Well, it's these teams are just exposing the weakness, and if D'Amico is smart enough, he'll get on his offensive coach, offensive coordinator, and really let him know that the offensive line is not doing their job, and they gotta do better with the shifting because they don't shift well, and then they don't block well because now CJ having to run, he's pushed out of the pocket or he's rushed to throw the ball, which means that he's going to miss the wide open receiver because he's rushed to try to throw the ball. So his rushing always thinks, okay, well, cool, I'll throw it under and we'll get the point. We'll get the yards. And that don't always work every time.
Yeah, and
The,
exactly.
the teams are getting accustomed to it now. So
Right. And it just showcases that right now it's going to take another year or two for this team to gel, and they have to be all on one accord for this team to be dominant and remain in this division as the top leaders. You know what I mean? And they are just not there right now. And you are 0-2 so far. Well, you're 1-2 on primetime games. You had the first game against the Bears. It was a win. It was a close win at that. It still was a still close one. You lose Thursday night to the Jets of all teams, who is barely scraping the surface in the AFC East, and you lose in the manner that you did against the Lions. And next week they have the Cowboys, your Cowboys, on Monday night, which still could be a loss for the Texans just because. Listen, sir, man. Listen, you got to understand the Cowboys, even though they're in disarray, they're going to want to do something to spoil the Houston Texans. Come on, man. You can't sit there and you don't think they're going to do that at all?
bro, let me tell you something. Don't I said I wasn't gonna get on this show today and talk about them doggone Cowboys
But it's
because
the Texans who we're discussing here. I wasn't trying to go into it. I'm just saying they're going against them. That's it.
bro, they are not going to beat them. And the
Okay.
reason being is because the Dallas Cowboys have not prepared this season at all. Y'all got, and this is what I've been telling all of my, I'm a fan, of course, because I'm from Dallas.
Mhm.
However, because of the simple fact that I like when teams do what it takes to win. And so Dallas has not proven to me in the last 3 years that they're doing what it takes to win. The last 3 years have been on it's almost like they poured oil on a hill and they got on there thinking that they can make it on this hill. They can make it up and down this hill without slipping. And they keep on slipping every 5 minutes. It's because they have not prepared for it. They started the season with 3 of their starters, their key players who did not play in preseason, who did not come to training camp. So you don't have no nucleus or nothing. They start the first game of the season, and all of them now are sitting around hurt. CD didn't play. Dak ain't playing. He's out for the season. Michael Parsons is having this whole hissy fit talking about Mike McCarthy. It's all over everything now. This little interview he did. So it's the team. You don't have Lawrence. It like the team is in a big disarray. Lance get up there, throws the ball away. Rush throws like it's just a a massive mess. And so it's to be expected. Like as a real Cowboy fan, I actually started the season saying they're probably gonna lose 95% of their games this year. I
Okay.
literally said that.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what? We're gonna take a time out. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna touch a little bit more on it, and then we're gonna get to some WWE that we always do here on the
Let's
show.
go.
We're gonna come back with more of the A Train show right after this. You're checking in on Fuel Sports Network at fuelsportsnetwork.com. Stay close. We're back with this edition of the A Train show, the A Train Arlington Lane. See the good Reverend Doctor's in the house today, chiming in on some what we just talked about the Lions and the Texans, and he threw in some of the Cowboys. I wasn't really trying to. I was just giving like the whole thing with the Texans and Cowboys. Before we go any further, I want to definitely give a personal shout out to your lady, Zara Baby.
Yeah, man.
It's her birthday, and I want to make sure I give some love here on the show today. Happy birthday to her, and had a good friend as well, Azure Star Wars. She had a birthday, so if you had a birthday this month, we want to celebrate you here on the A Train show. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
So I want to touch a little bit on. I'm gonna go ahead and just talk to. After dealing with what has been dealt with, something has to be done in the Texans locker room with Bobby Slowick. Like, dude has been considered one of the most high-profile offensive coordinators, and now he's looking at as, man, I don't even want nothing to do with him because of these weird play calls that he's been making as of late. And you're supposed to be a team that's been going higher, and yet you're declining faster, rapid. So I'm done. I'm done with that at this point. I just saw a video for a new Nintendo 64 that they're bringing out. I wanted you to see this real quick. I was like, man, if this is the case, take my money. I like seriously, man. Take my money.
My house and my car.
Listen, you could look. There it is, right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
They trying to sell this for $250, man. Look.
Wow.
Take it. Hey, if they bring that WWF game back,
it's on.
Man, take my money.
It's on.
It's going down. It's going down. I'll make sure I want to show that. Speaking of WWE, some things have happened over the weekend.
Yes, sir.
That has gotten people some wrestlers, they was like, you know what? It's time for my name to be thrown in this. And one of the cases is the women's championship, the U.S. women's championship.
There you go.
We said on this show, see, that lets people know. I think they've been listening. They really have been listening to us because we've been waiting for this for a while now. And he just froze. Okay. So yes, for those that do not know, they are bringing the WWE Women's Championship, and it has been revealed. There you go.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes,
There's the championship right there. So there is the Women's United States Championship. So the question now becomes, who's going to be the first champion? And if I'm not mistaken, the women's U.S. title is probably going to be on SmackDown.
Oh.
SmackDown.
You don't think it's going to be on Raw?
For what? Okay, let me ask you this, sir. Who has the men's U.S. championship?
I mean, you have a point. Okay,
then.
So put the women on SmackDown. Okay.
All this has revealed it. So don't get me wrong. I think it's a slow burn. We'll be doing the same thing is going to be applied for the Intercontinental Championship when it's the women's Intercontinental Championship. It's coming soon. I really do think it's coming soon, sooner than we think, probably either before Survivor Series, before main event. So at this rate, that championship, Andrew, I really do think there is going to be one. It's like I said, it's a slow burn. It's going to be revealed slowly over time.
Yeah.
Before Survivor Series, that'd be great. If they do it before Saturday night's main event, cool. I think it's going to be done before the year is out. They're going to reveal it. And of course, you got to have a tournament to announce who's the inaugural champion. And if you start now,
so will it be a battle royal for it?
No, I think it's going to be a tournament.
But why not? Why not a battle royal? Because you get more ladies involved.
That's true, but many of them have not been featured like they should be. And a person like a Naomi, a Michin, a Chelsea Green, a Piper Niven, now that's 4 off the cuff. I'm thinking about those that's been featured in storylines. Hell, a Jade Cargill, a Bianca Belair. They could also get into this mix too. It ain't got to be they just got to have tag team gold now, do they? Somebody can also have a title, right? So that's 6 right there off the cuff. Tiffany Stratton could be in this U.S. title run.
She still got this contract
that she could fight for and take.
Yeah.
Anybody that wins it.
I'm so confused behind why they would put. Well, why don't you make it inclusive? Just make the belt inclusive, where you get both SmackDown and Raw women superstars. Make it a 30-woman battle royal, and then whoever gets it, because it just gives more element to the surprise of who is going to win it and which brand is going to house it. So you still let somebody from the brand win it, but you get more opportunity. Does that make sense? Like you get more opportunity for the ladies to kind of be a part of it. I think it just makes it a lot more intriguing if you include a Rhea and a Raquel Perez and you got that crew of women, Liv Morgan, all of them in that battle royal, and it's combination of both sides of it, if that makes sense.
And what I would love is it has to be somebody that hasn't been in the title picture. Rhea's off TV right now,
right?
Dealing with a real injury.
I mean, it could give a Charlotte Flair opportunity to come back.
See,
you can get a Alexa Bliss to come out of, which she's already planning coming out of retirement. It's just so much. It's so much you can do, man.
I would be so mad if it was one of them.
It gives an opportunity to get more ladies in it. I would even include Jada Parker. I would include Lash Legend. Like you give everybody an opportunity. 30 women in one battle royal over this title, and then it's for brand supremacy. What brand will hold this title? And it can be any one of them. NXT, Raw or SmackDown. I'm just saying it just gives too much of an element. And of course you wanted to go to SmackDown, but
if they're bringing in the women's, and like I said, if they're slowly bringing in the women's Intercontinental Championship, what sense would it make to have it for a different brand? Like, I see where you coming from. Like, if a Raw talent were to win that you mean somebody from SmackDown would need to win the IC title.
that's right. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point then.
I get you want the switch, but if they are labeling as this is their title, this is SmackDown, especially when Nick Aldis is the person that revealed this title, SmackDown general manager, that means at this rate, by the
it's got to go to SmackDown.
We got to stop the brand. Yeah, it's got to be SmackDown. But I'm saying at the end of the year, I'm getting that we got to remove the brand extensions so everybody can get a chance to fight.
That's one of the reasons why I said that, because then you give opportunity for that. Like, still let the brand win it, but you don't know who from the brand is going to win it because you got so many elements in it that makes it more dominant, if that makes sense. So
my money is on Mi Chen to win this United
States. Mi Chen? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who, Lord? Let me see.
She's been in these title matches. She has performed very well. Listen, I understand she's not the most recognizable person, but she needs a push. She needs a bona fide push. And this would give them as the inaugural champion. Naomi has won titles. Listen, I know Chelsea Green has been hot as of late. I can't see Piper Niven, is it? Because if one of them wins the title, it's going to be jealousy in between the group, and then they're going to wind up breaking up at some point. Kind of like how this neat Nia and Tiffany Stratton thing is going.
What about Blair Davenport?
Well, unless she's like the odd person out at this point, because she ain't really been doing anything. She's been drafted.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
that would be a shocking move there.
That would be a shocking move. It would give a little bit more. I mean, I can see Naomi probably being the one, because you would give her a push, give her a title push. You got to think about it. It will help the Uso brand kind of in a way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude.
Okay, who made this comment? And you seeing what you seeing in front of you. You seeing what you see what you see in front of you, right? You see that? I know that's not what you meant.
What about no, where is Lyra? Lyra Valkyria, ain't she in SmackDown?
Yeah.
What about Lyra?
She's been a champion though. Granted, it was on NXT, but still she's been a champion. You want to see somebody that has not had a chance at or has not been.
She might be. I think she might be on Raw though. I think Lyra's on Raw.
Yeah, she's been on Raw lately.
I think yeah. And now the person I thought you was gonna say is who I thought you were, because we were talking about giving her a push at one point, was Chelsea Green.
Yeah. That's what I said.
So I can kind of see that.
She's been very hot, and so a lot of people wouldn't mind seeing her with a title.
Give it to Candice LeRae.
Yeah, the current WWE Speed Champion. It's funny that Braun Breaker mentioned that on Raw. He's looking for his next opponent. He said he wants the WWE Speed Championship too.
Oh man!
So there's that. I was like, okay, all right.
What do you do? Let's
just a free agent or
let's put up somebody. Pull somebody from NXT.
A free agent from TNA. Somebody's contract is expiring.
Who was that?
TNA. Jordan Grace.
They already signed her. It expired already. No, her contract expired. It's done. It was done at October.
Huh?
Yeah. No, she locked. Don't worry about it. We already got that. Jordan Grace is a lock. Watch, see what happens. Watch, see how they
I
start
need to know.
marketing her.
I need to know. I need to know. I need to know, sir. I need to know. I need to
Watch.
know when she got the
I'm
boot.
I'm finna I'm no, that contract is over.
No way. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing to indicate it.
I'm just telling you.
Nothing, man.
Hey, we still got we still got people that still, even though they haven't wrestled in a while, that still ain't been seen.
Who is
What
that?
about Carmella? We ain't seen Carmella. We ain't seen Shotzi. They not fired.
No, they're not.
They ain't. Of course, we ain't seen Charlotte. They not fired, dude.
She
It's so.
would if she's going for that, she's doing that for Grand Slam champion reasons.
Roxanne Perez. Oh, but Roxanne she's NXT, so don't worry about it.
But
But I'm
if
just
she
saying, so
makes an appearance for this,
that's my point.
okay.
You said me Chin though. I don't know.
I did say me Chin because
I think I'm gonna go with your first pick, which is Chelsea Green.
okay. All right.
I think I'm gonna go with it. Or Naomi, one or two.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick time out. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna continue the conversation because we got some more. We got bloodline talk and we got some more discussion what's going on with that. All right. This is the A Train Show right here on Fuel Sports Network and FuelSportsNetwork.com. Stay close. Back on this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane. We've been touching a bit on some WWE, especially with this women's new title coming into play here with the US Championship. And now the bloodline, it looks like we have a matchup for
the OB.
The original group is going against the new group. You can't call them the
OB. The OB.
If you've been
the old bloodline.
If you've been paying attention to SmackDown, they never refer to them as the old bloodline. Right. They refer to them as the original bloodline because you can't call them old because that's more quote unquote derogatory in that sense that they would call them the original one. So they
all under 40.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Every one of them is above. They're all above 35. They're in between 35 and 40. Nobody's 40 just yet. In this group. No, Sammy's 40.
Yeah.
Sammy's 40 in this group. But it's happening. I'm not a fan of it, but I guess we gotta have it. You know I'm not a fan of this, man. Because yes, they all put their ones up on SmackDown. So
the original G's, baby. Let's go. We didn't get these until the original ones did it.
So what does that mean? What does that mean for The Rock?
He's coming with the other group, Zilla. They remember we just talked about this. They all signed them other ones. So The Rock finna come in with his little crew. That's finna be a 3-way bloodline battle. Y'all, we getting to WrestleMania finna be so massive because you think that Survivor Series was the thing. War Games was the thing, man. No, it's about to lead us to this big massive blow up at WrestleMania, and it's for the head of the table. Who runs the head of the table? Is it The Rock? Is it Solo? Is it Roman Reigns? Who runs the actual head of the table and deserves to be called the final boss? Who's the man gonna be?
Who's the man? Who's the man?
Who's the man? That's what we leading to. I told you this was gonna happen. I just didn't think they was gonna include Sammy because I thought they was gonna kind of do away with the Sammy thing. But yeah,
They can't do it, man. You can't do it.
No, you gotta add Sammy, man. It makes sense. And he lost the belt, man, and he ain't doing nothing. So yeah, give him something.
I really hate that because I was really looking forward to seeing more of. I want to see what this Rock thing was going to be about, man. That's what you say. He bringing in this whole group. I don't want to.
I do.
I don't want it.
Let's do it. Let's make it big.
No,
dude. You know how many family members they hiring right now? Like, let's go. Let's pull them all in. Everybody got to pull family members that they don't want to deal with. And let's get this work. Let's get this work done. I'm telling you, it's about to be a bloodline going to the next level. It's gonna be the blood. Yeah.
What they say? Rock's bringing in the old generation. Rikishi's doing it.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I like it. No, I like it.
Boy, if he bring in Rikishi, boy, that would kill me. That would kill me. No, he getting Zilla. He gonna get Zilla.
That's good, Andrew. That was good. Yeah, you think he's gonna form his own bloodline? Okay. Oh yeah. It's YP in there.
Oh, that's YP. Yeah, man. No, he's gonna get his own bloodline, and it's gonna be called the boss line. The boss line bloodline.
The boss line.
The boss line. The boss line, the OG bloodline, and then you got the new bloodline. And it's gonna be for boss rights. Like, who's the head of the table? We've been hearing this all this time, man. It's going down, bro.
If you haven't been paying attention to some of these telecasts, remember now that SmackDown is on cable. So a lot of this stuff they are trying to let go, but they can't because it's still FCC regulated. But you have to remember it's boom mics. So they really can't get in trouble for it. A lot of times when Solo is in the ring on the microphone, you can hear them chants of F you Solo.
Yeah.
You hear it clear.
Yeah.
And so that's been happening a lot lately since the move to USA. You've been hearing a lot of it. But also the thing is, I like Solo's character now than it was when he first actually took over with the Ufalo.
I don't. Oh, well, when he first took over, yes.
When he first took over, you didn't like him.
I like
now.
No, I liked him when he was with Roman. I think I liked him better then than I do right now.
Because he was quiet, he didn't have much to say, but also he said, remember, I know everything that's going on with that group. I was in it. So that's the part that people ain't really catching. He's like, I was there. And this loose, yet he reminds me of the Joker. What's my guy name? Joaquin Phoenix a little bit. Joker's character. Villain type.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
Funny, but it's also still villainous at the same time. The laughing, the maniacal laughs and stuff.
Like he reacted. Now that was so funny. It was so funny. On SmackDown, and Joker said, "Now But I almost died. I was like, dude, that didn't even look real. Like, it was so funny, dude. Like, but I think that's what's needed, though. Like, it's gonna give that Jacob, dude. Now, when you text me, I didn't know what to think. I was like, okay, what is this about?
I love you, Solo. He said, I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. Give it to me. Come on, man.
Dude, but when he talk, you don't think he is just as ghetto as he is, dude. He like,
so okay, all right. What we talking about? So we talking about the moment that he said something, right? And
like when he was talking, when he talking to Roman.
He told Roman that you ain't getting to talk to him.
I'm like,
that was genius. That was genius. Come on.
I was expecting to hear like this this accent or come on, my dude.
Gutter is what we get. We getting the gutter cat. You know
I mean, straight gutter, all
gutter.
grill and gutter, all grill and gutter.
Hey,
that's all we got.
If I'm not, that's the the tongue. He growling and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right. But not Jacob. I
love man. I love it, man. I love it, dude.
Hey, that was like the build up got with Kofi Kingston when he had the accent, and then all of a sudden that one show he come in, he dropped it, and Triple H called him out. Didn't you have an accent? See, y'all getting too high on this Jacob stuff, and they coming out full gutter, and I love it. I love it. Give it to me, bro.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Give it to me. I'm loving
when you text me, I was like, let me just go see what Jacob did. And I was in my head, I said, what did he do? He had to have done something crazy. So let me go check this out. So I went and looked. That was some funny. I saved that clip just because, brother, I just cried. I'm thinking he about to come out with this old big, bold, dark accent. That dude came out straight gutter and grill.
See?
It's funny.
That's not what you and you know what? I'm cool with that. A lot of people may not understand that, but I'm straight cool with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was straight gutter with the whole thing, man.
Straight gutter, Doc.
I was like,
straight gutter.
Give me that. I'm cool with
but
that.
I like it though.
Jacob
I like it. I like it, Doc. I like it.
And,
I would rather hear him than them Tungaloa.
Man, when they get
now, one of them jokers nice. I like him. The Tomatunga, I like him. It's the Tungaloa dude. I don't be like, what is you doing? Just don't let him talk.
Ever since that video came out, and I seen all his missteps. I don't look for anything but those.
Hey, Tomatunga though, my God, that dude be growling, and the way he walk and the way like that, it looked menacing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you understand that?
That's Fifth Ward, Jacob. He in Fifth Ward. He's straight Fifth Ward. That's South Dallas. He's South Dallas, Jacob. Because Jesus.
Hey, for St. Louis, he Walnut Park, Jacob.
Yeah.
Hey, Walnut Park.
Yeah, he's straight gutter. You ain't worried about nothing. Gutter and grill. You got grill and you straight gutter. And he gave it to us too. But I saved that clip just because I wanted to keep on seeing it. It's hilarious to me.
So we got a lot of great things happening, especially with this match, and we'll talk more to it as we get closer to Survivor Series and War Games.
Yeah, well,
Bankhead ATL Jacob. Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. We're gonna take one more time out and then we're gonna close out the show. Oh my gosh. I want to give another I got a chance to check out some live wrestling myself in St. Louis, and I want to touch a little bit about it and let you see it, give you an opportunity to kind of respond and see what you felt about it. All right, so stay tuned.
All right.
Got one more last segment. Right after this, you're checking in with the A-Train Show right here on Fuel Sports Network.
got him.
Welcome back to the A-Train Show, the A-Train, Harley Slade. So those clips that you saw were from the MMWA wrestling event on Saturday night at the world famous or infamous, however you want to look at it, South Broadway Athletic Club, historic South Broadway Athletic Club in South City, St. Louis. So, sir, yeah, I was able to attend this event. What did you think? Look, this is
Look like a copycat.
You said look like a copycat.
Yep.
Come on, man. Listen, this been around for 50 plus years and stuff. So they've been doing their thing for a while. And listen, I had a time, 2.5 hours of good family fun, all for $12, and those guys, they all great. Got a chance to meet them after the show and stuff like that. So they good people, man, and they just about having fun and entertaining audiences. And so they do an event every second Saturday of every month. Okay. They got one more coming up December 14th. That is their Christmas show. And then they'll close out the year, and then they're back up again in January. I think that's second weekend. I know I said I was going to attend because I was there for my homeboy, the great Damian Cortez. That was that second match.
That second.
He took that chair shot, and then he got a cutter hit on him, and then it was a wrap. But it was a good show, and those guys again, they have fun. They do, give a good 10 minutes of fun in each match. We got a good 2.5 hours in with them, and it was just fantastic. Sometimes, Doc, I got to catch some local wrestling in town, man. Pro wrestling in town.
Yeah. I one of the guys that go to the church, and I was trying to get the fellas to go and support him, but he wrestles, man, on one of the closed circuits or short circuits or whatever. He wrestles, and so man, shout out to Sandra Johnson and Carl. Carl, he is big time. He's been doing it for a good minute now, and Carl has really gotten. He done won belts. He done won titles, tag titles. I don't know if he won any singles, but I know he won tag titles and stuff like that, man. So. To be able to have people that do it. I wanted to go catch them a couple of times, but it's always on a Thursday, which is Bible study night for me. Yeah. And so unless I just plan to go, I'm gonna try to catch them one time where we'll roll in and surprise them. So shout out to Carl, and he is on IG. I know for sure because they post all the time. About the Purple Haze boys.
Shout out to my guys Damian Cortez and Ricky Cruz for their match on Saturday night, and all of the participants. My man Cayman, who does his thing. Don't get mad at me, Cayman. I tried to get your stuff, but it was kind of difficult because of what was going on at the moment. But trust me, I got nothing but love for them, man, because they do their thing, man. And imagine you go in there, you see it, and they put everything, all the wrestlers, they put the rings up, and then they tear it all down, man. So, you got to imagine that's kind of crazy just doing that for a local promotion. All right, I wanted to make sure I get that in before the time was out. All right, real quick, the Street Profits. they went on a little bit of a rampage before, at least it was Montez Ford, was voicing his frustrations on not being back in the tag team mix again for gold. And now he has put out a hit on pretty much everybody in the tag team division, on SmackDown at least. They're ready to come back for the Motor City Machine Guns, who currently hold the tag belts. Is it time? Is it the Street Profits time again, or are we done with them?
I think if they lose this match, it's pretty much over. I really do think that that's what's about to happen. The reason being because you still got Tommaso Ciampa and DIY is trying to do their thing to get back to winning the titles that they lost to the Bloodline. So unfortunately, if they cannot win this, I think you bust them up. I think you just let it go, because the reality
Who's going
is
to be the guy that does it? Is it Montez or the quiet one so far, Angelo?
no, Angelo. It's gonna be Angelo. The reason being because Angelo has been quiet and he's always have this mean look on his face. And remember, they tried to do this once when right before no, this was right after Bray had passed away. Remember when he was with the Hurt Business, they were with the Hurt Business, and then they started losing. Remember how Montez was trying to be like, bro, we gonna get back to it. And Angelo was like, I ain't trying to hear that. Like, we need to get back to our grind. Like, so they tried it once before. I think if they're gonna try it again, and it's gonna actually break them up. So I want them to win it, to give them another shot at it. How long the reign will last, you just don't know, because right now people ain't holding the belts long like they did before. So,
which is actually a good thing. I want y'all to understand how much of a good
it
thing
is.
that is, because you need to see who can get over with crowds. Right now, Motor City Machine Guns is over with the crowd. And because of that, I get it. A lot of people look at them. Why did they catapult over they catapulted so soon?
Yeah. So, but that's storyline though, because now you frustrate the ones that's been there and you make them work for it. You know what I'm saying? So this is I think they kind of tried to do this with A-Town Down Under.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to do it with them because remember they had just came up from NXT and then they won. I'm like, wait a minute, what? With A-Town Down, like it's almost kind of like he got in and he became champ like immediately. So it kind of gives that draw of, let me put somebody else new in to make the older guys or the ones that's been there a while work to kind of build up to that. So I would love to see them win it. If not, I think they're gonna bust them open.
And you said that Angelo Dawkins is going to be.
He's gonna be the one to go, I'm out, I'm done. And that's gonna push Montez to go after the championship, like the US champ.
Gotcha.
Put him in the mix.
So they talk about the women's tag team championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that there is a group. There's a website that's saying that there's a group that can knock off the both of them.
Who? That's in the WWE right now? Who? Last Legend and what's the name? Who?
Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. As much as I don't like that, I can see that. As much as I don't like that, I can see that. I really can see that. Listen, this is going to sound even more crazy as it is. I understand Dominic is the best heel in the business right now. He still is, because ain't nobody can get booed the minute that you walk out or the minute that you get seen. They booing you. And the minute you try to open up talking on the mic, you get booed. Okay. And the reason why I'm throwing this out there, the Judgment Day, everybody's already pissed about the fact that they don't have viable opponents for their tag team belts, right? And then they need more belts. As you can see with the Bloodline, it ain't about belts no more.
Yeah, right.
Which it should have been, because it should have been a united front. They pushed away the united front. They didn't want to do that.
I mean, I think you're gonna get back to the belt holding. I think right now it's about getting the brand back. Like let's win back our name. I'm really shaky on that, dude. I don't think
Raquel winning that.
Yeah, man. I don't like it. I don't for whatever. I would have honestly preferred Nia and Tiffany Stratton. Honestly. I would have preferred that more than leaving Raquel. They got a whole nother nucleus they got to deal with. Because when Rhea come back, it's gonna be fire. So I'm thinking you give Nia and Trish. I mean, I'm talking about Trish, Tiffany, that opportunity. Now they have a better shot, even though we just saw the match just this past week. I think they have a better shot at it though. It just looks so much better. Yeah.
But I think if they book
this is my personal
opinion. Live in Raquel do kind of seem that way. I don't want it to go be that way, but that's what it looks like.
I think they're gonna give it to Lash Legend and
no. I don't think so. I don't think they're ready yet.
I don't think they're ready either. But I mean, you look at the push they making for them. Like
That's cool.
Pushing them.
Yep,
they pushing them pretty big, dude.
But
so you got to consider
and saying it's about adversity at this point. How can y'all handle it at this point in time? All right.
Shoot, that might even give it to Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
I would rather them get it. Honestly, I want to see them with gold around them. All right,
that's good. And then make Bianca and them go at it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
that'll wrap things up for this edition of the show today. Thankful to everybody that tuned in. Thanks to our friends at Just Me Jerky, W Energy Power, True Victory Apparel, Macdougall Bats, Royal Retros, and Philip Johnson Salon and the Spa. I hate that we had to end it here, but we got to do this again when we come back on Friday. We'll come back together and we'll touch on what happened Monday on Raw and get you ready for SmackDown.
Yep.
All right. For just a little while, this is the A-Train. Good Reverend Doctor. We out of here. See ya.
Peace.